You look out the airplane window. It is round. You see clouds outside. They are white and fluffy. The window is small. You touch the glass. It is cold. You feel the plane move. It is gentle. You hear the engines hum. They are loud. You see the wing outside. It is big and strong. The window is next to the wing. You see the sky. It is blue. The window has a curve. It is smooth. You run your hand along it. You feel the shape. It is round. You see your reflection. You look back at the clouds. They are moving fast. You look at the window frame. It is metal. It is strong. You see the screws. They are small. They hold the window in place. The window is secure. You feel safe. The plane flies through clouds. You see water drops on the window. They are small. They move down the glass. You hear the sound of rain. It is gentle. You feel calm. You look out the window again. You see the earth below. It is far away. You see fields and trees. They are green. You see a river. It is winding. You feel peaceful. The window is round. It is strong. You feel safe inside. The plane flies on. You hear the engines hum. You see the clouds outside. They are white and fluffy. You feel calm. The plane flies smoothly because the engines are working well. When the engines are strong, the plane moves forward quickly. You feel the plane turn, and you see the earth below changing. If you look closely, you can see roads and houses. They are small, but you can see them clearly. The air outside is cold, so the window is cold too. When the plane flies high, the air is thinner, and it is colder. You can see your breath on the window, and it fogs up the glass. If you wipe it with your hand, you can see clearly again. The plane has a special system to keep the window clear, so you can always see outside. You look out the window and see the sun shining. It is bright, and it makes the clouds look white. When the sun shines on the clouds, it makes them look like big, fluffy balls. The sun is warm, and it makes the plane warm too. If you touch the window now, it is not as cold as before. The plane flies through different types of clouds. Some clouds are thick and gray, and they block the sun. When the plane flies through these clouds, it gets darker inside. But if the plane flies above the clouds, the sun shines again, and it is bright. You can see the clouds below, and they look like a big, white blanket. You hear the sound of the plane changing. The engines are working harder, and the plane is starting to descend. When the plane descends, the air gets thicker, and it gets warmer. You can feel the plane going down, and you see the earth below getting closer. If you look closely, you can see cars and trees, and they are not small anymore. The plane is flying over a city now. You can see buildings and roads, and they are all connected. When the plane flies over a city, you can see how people live and work. You can see parks and rivers, and they are green and winding. The city looks like a big, busy place, but from up high, it looks peaceful. You look out the window, and you see the plane's shadow on the ground. It is small, and it moves quickly. When the plane flies low, the shadow gets bigger, and it moves slower. If you watch the shadow, you can see how the plane is moving. The shadow is like a small copy of the plane, and it follows the plane everywhere. The plane is getting ready to land. You can hear the engines changing, and the plane is starting to slow down. When the plane lands, it will touch the ground gently, and it will stop moving. If you look out the window, you can see the runway, and it is long and straight. The plane will follow the runway, and it will come to a stop at the end. As the plane begins its descent, the atmosphere inside the cabin undergoes a subtle transformation, with the air pressure changing and the oxygen levels being adjusted to accommodate the lower altitude. The sensation of weightlessness, which was previously masked by the constant hum of the engines, is now replaced by a gentle pull, as if the plane is being drawn to the earth by an invisible force. This phenomenon can be likened to the concept of gravitational attraction, where two objects, in this case, the plane and the earth, are connected by an unseen thread, with the Earth's mass exerting a profound influence on the plane's trajectory. The pilots, meanwhile, are engaged in a delicate dance, navigating the plane through the complex network of air traffic control systems, their movements orchestrated by a combination of skill, experience, and technological advancements. The landscape below, once a vast expanse of rolling hills and winding rivers, is now giving way to a patchwork of urban sprawl, with buildings and roads stretching out as far as the eye can see. The city, with its steel and concrete skyscrapers, its bustling streets and crowded sidewalks, is a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance, a reflection of our innate desire to create and build. And yet, as the plane flies over this vast metropolis, it is impossible not to be struck by the sense of disconnection, the feeling that we are all just small, isolated units, moving through the world with our own unique perspectives and experiences. This sense of disconnection is a fundamental aspect of the human condition, one that has been explored by philosophers and scientists throughout history, from the existentialist musings of Jean-Paul Sartre to the sociological theories of Émile Durkheim. As the plane continues its descent, the sounds of the engines growing louder, the sensation of turbulence increasing, it is as if the very fabric of reality is being stretched and pulled, like the threads of a tapestry being woven and unwoven. The plane, once a symbol of freedom and adventure, is now a vessel, carrying its passengers through the turbulent waters of existence, with all its attendant joys and sorrows. The concept of turbulence, with its unpredictable currents and eddies, is a powerful metaphor for the human experience, with its own set of challenges and uncertainties. And yet, even in the midst of turbulence, there is a sense of beauty, a sense of wonder, as if the very act of flying is a testament to the power of human imagination and creativity. The runway, a long, straight line stretching out into the distance, is a symbol of destination, of arrival, of the culmination of a journey. And yet, as the plane touches down, its wheels kissing the ground with a gentle thud, it is as if the journey is not ending, but rather beginning, a new chapter unfolding like a page turning in a book. The plane, once a means of transportation, is now a threshold, a portal to new experiences, new discoveries, and new insights. As the passengers disembark, stretching their limbs and gathering their belongings. They are not just leaving the plane behind, but also carrying with them the memories and emotions of the journey, like a backpack full of souvenirs and mementos. The experience of flying, with its unique blend of thrill and terror, is one that stays with us long after the plane has touched down, a reminder of the beauty and complexity of the world we live in. As the passengers disappear into the crowd, their individual narratives intersecting with the collective experience of the airport, it becomes apparent that the act of flying is not merely a physical phenomenon, but a metaphorical one, imbued with the complexities of human consciousness and the dialectics of existence. The threshold of the plane, once a tangible boundary between the aerial and terrestrial realms, now serves as a liminal space, a transitional zone where the self is renegotiated and the boundaries of identity are reconfigured. The experience of flight, with its attendant sensations of weightlessness and disorientation, precipitates a crisis of perception, wherein the passenger is compelled to reevaluate their relationship with the world and the world's relationship with them. This existential recalibration is tantamount to a phenomenological reduction, wherein the familiar contours of reality are stripped away, revealing the underlying structures of consciousness and the ontological implications of being in the world. The airport, as a nexus of intersecting trajectories, serves as a microcosm of the globalized world, where disparate narratives and cultures converge, and the fragmented nature of human experience is laid bare. The passengers, as embodied subjects, navigate this labyrinthine space, their movements orchestrated by a complex interplay of agency and determinism, as they negotiate the tensions between freedom and constraint, autonomy and control. The airport, as a site of transition, becomes a symbol of the human condition, a testament to our inherent restlessness and our ceaseless striving for connection, community, and meaning. And yet, as we navigate the labyrinthine corridors of the airport, we are confronted with the existential paradox of being both isolated and interconnected, separate and intertwined, our individual narratives intersecting with the collective experience of humanity. As we ponder the ontological implications of flight and the existential significance of the airport, we are drawn into a labyrinth of abstract reasoning, where the boundaries between philosophy and science, reality and metaphor become increasingly blurred. The experience of flying, with its attendant sensations of thrill and terror, serves as a catalyst for introspection, prompting us to interrogate the fundamental nature of reality and our place within it. We are compelled to confront the existential questions that have haunted philosophers and scientists throughout history, from the nature of consciousness and the human condition to the intricacies of time and space. The airport, as a threshold between the aerial and terrestrial realms, serves as a symbol of the liminal spaces that populate our existence, those transitional zones where the self is reconfigured and the boundaries of reality are renegotiated. As we stand at the threshold of the airport, gazing out into the vast expanse of the unknown, we are met with the unsettling realization that our existence is characterized by a fundamental uncertainty, a profound unknowing that underscores the complexities of human experience. The experience of flying, with its attendant sensations of weightlessness and disorientation, serves as a poignant reminder of the provisional nature of reality and the contingent nature of human existence. And so, as we disappear into the crowd, our individual narratives intersecting with the collective experience of humanity, we are left to ponder the quiet, insistent question that haunts the margins of our existence. What lies beyond the threshold of our perception, in the unseen realms that lie beyond the reach of our understanding, where the boundaries of reality are stretched to their limits, and the very fabric of existence is woven and unwoven?